Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Adofo, I'm greeting all of you. I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for your effort. Thank you for sharing our videos. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your suggestions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a lot coming. You've seen our last video about Islamic expose, and then we spoke about the preaching, the conveying of Islamic message secretly, conveying the Islamic message secretly. I want us to understand this. This religion does not belong to us. They do not belong to us. But people have been lied to. People have been lied to. Now, because people have been lied to, the chains of the religion are holding them to the higher level. So they do not see, they do not understand. People are still not getting it. People are still not understanding that these things are man-made. So we are trying to go through the sources of the religion itself to show how weak and how the lies has been concocted and how the lies were fabricated and embellished. That is why we are doing this. Now, the first stage of the dawah, they call it dawah in Arabic language. Dawah is inviting people to Islamic religion. That is why you see people who do this, they call themselves da'i, the caller, dawah. So the secret dawah took place for 3 years. Secret dawah took place for 3 years, and you've seen the criticism and the analysis we did about the secret dawah. If it is Allah, a divine being, the all-knowing, the mightiest, the most strongest, who is behind the Islamic religion, he does not need strategy. Allah does not need strategy. It is human beings that need strategy. Why do you want to do it secretly? Why do you want to hide? If you have a powerful being behind you, the powerful being can just crush people that who don't want to believe in it. After all, you claim that it is this Allah that created the people. So if it is this Allah that created the people, then the Allah knows where he will just click for them to be Muslims. He knows where he will tune. He knows what to touch. He knows where to touch for these people to become Muslims. But no, this thing didn't happen. This thing didn't happen. Allah didn't use his power. Allah didn't use anything. So Allah is a human being. That is it, or at least it's a deity. Allah is a deity. Allah is a bosom. It is a deity. So your salah, your fasting and everything, you are doing it for a deity. You will see. We will prove to you, because if we get to the point where we want to start to check Quran, to dissect the Quran, we will tell you the angel, Allah, and who is Allah and who is this angels. Even though in the last video we spoke about a devil and then the angel, both of them are almost the same thing. Not almost the same thing, it is the same thing. It is the same thing. So when we start to approach the Quran, we will tell you who Allah is, and you understand Allah is a deity. Now, so it is a human being that needs strategy. Human being that will hide. If they want to spread their idea and they don't have the number, they don't have the strength yet, and they don't have the number, they need strategy. They have to hide themselves and do it until they get the number where they can stand against the opposition, where they can stand against people that don't buy their idea, and then they will come out. So this is simple like that. Prophet Muhammad, if indeed he has Allah, Al-Alim, the all-knowing, Al-Qadir, the most powerful, this most powerful and the most mightiest being is behind him, he does not need strategy. So the fact that he used strategy to propagate Islam means that it is his own doing. It is fabricated and created by human beings. In fact, it is fabricated. It's a lie. It is a lie. It is fabricated and created by human beings. So this is the thing we are living. So people that are religious, people that are Muslim, it is illusion. You are being lied to. Now, 3 years conservatively, the Islamic message was secretly. Now, in the 4th year, the message has moved to come out. Now they brought the message out. Now even when the message was secretly, some of the Mecca people know, some of the elders in Mecca, some of the opinion leaders, statesmen in Mecca knew very well that something is going on secretly, but they do not care. They don't have problem with it. They left unconcerned. They never pay attention to it. Now, when they came out, this is what happened. So we're trying to discuss what transpired when the dawah came out, or when the propagation of Islam came out. Now, this is Ar-Rahiq al-Maktoum, which is a common book in the market. Ar-Rahiq al-Maktoum. This book has been with us, so we have been showing you the books. That is why your people cannot react, because it is here. Your malams, the social media malams, cannot react. Apart from those that are saying things behind their doors in their mosque and all that, when questions are put to them concerning what we are saying here, they find some lies to tell their followers, because it is here, it is in the books. And those are saying that, and some are also saying that it is not all Muslims that believe in this. It is not all Muslims that believe in it. Don't worry. Your belief will be attached. Your belief will be touched. Your belief will be discussed. When we get your belief, you know that your own is even worse. When we get your own, that you are saying it is not all Muslims that believe in it. When we get to your belief, you know that your belief is the most Western. That is why the other groups, the other side of Islam don't even pay attention to you. That is why you are out of concern. I'm trying to focus. I have a point that I'm building, so I don't want to mix things up. When I mix things up, people will not get it. So I'm discussing the main religion. After that, I'll come to the sect. So the fact that your sect does not believe in these things does not mean that it's not a fact. So shut up. Shut up. The fact that your sect does not believe in these ones, who did you tell? Have you ever told someone that your sect does not believe in these things? Have you ever said that? You haven't told anybody. Now that your religion has been exposed, you are here writing silly things that it's not all Muslims that believe in it. When we get to your own, you know that your own is worse. When we start to tell people that you have a ayah, you have a chapter in the Quran, you claim a chapter has been taken out of this Quran. There's a sect in Islam that claims a chapter has been taken out of this Quran. The Quran in your hand, they believe that some chapters has been taken out. One of the chapters that has been taken out, they have the chapter of Wilaya, Surah Wilaya, the chapter of the vicegerent. The verses in there are saying Ali, the fourth caliph, is the vicegerent who's supposed to be the leader of Muslims after Muhammad. When we get there and we expose that surah, that chapter, and read it from your own books to people, that is where you know that you are making a mistake. Come and be commenting that it's not everybody. When we get your own, and we prove to you that your malams, your sect malams are saying this Quran is fake from your own books, go ask your malam. Did your malam know the book from your sect with the name Faslul Khitab fi Ithbati Tarif Kitab Rabbil Arbab? Go ask your malams. You the Shia, I'm asking you. Do you know that this book Faslul Khitab fi Ithbati Tarif Kitab Rabbil Arbab? Simple meaning, of the title of the book is that the concisive writing fi ithbati, in establishing a point that fi tahrif kitab rabbil arbab, in the inconsistency of the book of Rabbul Arbab, Lord of the Lord, the Most High Allah. That is the name of the book. It is here. We got here. It is here in our PDF, in our library. It is here, we have it. So when we start to prove point there that your sect is saying this Quran is fake, your sect is saying this Quran is fake, when we get there, you will see whether your comments are relevant or they are irrelevant. You don't know. You think, I don't want to lose focus. I know what I'm doing. I'm hating the male religion. After that, I'll come to the set one after the other. So, Natri, Bojidi Osia, Fofone, Bojidi. So, when after 3 years, the number has increased. the number has increased. The number of the people who followed Prophet Muhammad has increased, but this number cannot be used to do anything. But now he thinks there are plenty. So the strategy even failed. His strategy even failed because there is no divine being behind it. Strategy now failed, and fact it has failed. You know why? It has failed because when he brought the propagation publicly, when he broadcasted the propagation, the number that are following him suffered. So he has rendered them to suffering. You know why? Because the followers who accepted the religion were low class people. Low class people. Number one, people that accepted the religion first, number one, was they were slaves. They were slaves. Now, the slaves felt like this is a solution for them. He's coming to save them from being slaves of humans. This is what made them to follow him. Now, Arabian Peninsula, anybody that is connected with Arabs at that time is connected with them in three ways, in three forms. One, it's either you are already a businessman, a merchant, a trader, and you settle there and do your business and you are your own. With this, you are free. But yet, they have tribalism. They have tribal issues. If you are not part of them, you are not part of them. They will still let you know you are not part of them. The tribalism is high. The undermining, any other person that is not Arab, they don't respect him. And even they, the Arabs themselves, don't respect each other. To a extent that they have different clothes. A Kuwait Arabian will not wear Saudi Arabian clothes. On Jordan Arabian will not wear Saudi Arabian clothes. They are using their own. But you are here buying their clothes. Said their clothes that you are buying here, the clothes are not even original. They call it gumama. Do you know the meaning of gumama? Gumama in Arabic means ball and nyama. So ni omo ahye omo etu ogu eno na yede ba ha na yesi, the one that they wear and then they throw it away. That is why some of them you see there's a hole in it. Those Arabs that smoke, you know, Arabs love to smoke a lot. Those Arabs that smoke, you see that the cigarette fire has spoiled the dresses. That is where they sell for you. When you wear it and you are walking like you are King Kong, you are going to lead prayers. Gumama, shara, refuse. So they themselves have their differences, and the enmity and the hatred between them is very high. So they were treating the slaves badly. So the slaves think this new religion is for them, is gonna save them. So they started accepting the Islam. So it was the slaves. So the first people to accept the religion were the slaves. And it is true. Slaves, they are poor. They don't have anything. They don't have future. There is no hope. So they see the religion as a hope. Even today, check our community. The most successful people, the big people, people with money, people who are running businesses, people who are really something, don't care about religion. Check your community. Most of them pray because they are with you. They pray when they are with you. They participate in the prayers when they are with you. They don't want you to follow them like the way you are following me. They don't want you to poison them. They don't want you to kill them. I saw a video that a Malam was saying in Islam, if your child gets to 10 years old and he refuses to pray, the 5 daily prayers that we just discussed, they're confused and throw. There is nothing like Salah. It's a lie. Stop wasting your time. Let me be honest with you. The more you pray, the more you become poor. The more you pray, the more you become poor. So if you want to continue your poverty, you continue hitting your forehead on the ground. Even today, look at our community. The big men, the business tycoons and all those people that know what they are doing, they got no time for prayers. They don't have time for it. So the same thing, it has started. It is the poor people, those that don't have hope, hopeless people who are killing themselves in religion. Go check. Those that sweep the mosque, those that pray too much, they are people that don't have anything doing. Immediately they start to get proper job, you don't see them in the mosque again. They will tell you, Baba, somebody, why are you busy? They will tell you, now we are busy, we go and come. So religion is for lazy people. Religion is for unemployed people. Unemployed people, lazy people, people who don't have anything to do. People who don't have anything to do. If not, if you are really busy doing on top and you are on top of affairs, you don't have time for Salah. That is why the Salah is tormenting some people. It is disturbing them and they try to merge it. They said it is 5 but 3 times a day. So morning, afternoon. So when they have time, a little bit time in the afternoon, they put it together. And then in the evening, they don't want to waste their time because the prayer, the Salah is wasting time. Waste of time. Waste of time. 2-3 hours. Allahu Akbar. Something that Allahu Akbar was brought to you by dream. 3-4 hours. Allahu Akbar. 3-4 hours. Allahu Akbar. 3-4 hours. Allahu Akbar. Serious countries with high companies, they will not allow this nonsense. That is why the countries that are not Islamic oriented are the country that you Muslims prefer to go to hustle, because they've built the country and the economy and the system is working. You go there to make money. You don't think. You don't think. You don't think. Today, when you give a Muslim American visa and Saudi Arabia visa for hustling, a Muslim will choose American visa. If you give a Muslim UK visa and Saudi Arabia visa to go and hustle, a Muslim will choose UK visa. UK people are not UK. Britain is not an Islamic country. US is not an Islamic country. They've built it and you want to go there to make money. If they were praying 24/7, hitting their forehead on ground, on the floor, do you think they can develop the country for you to go and work and get money? Stupidity at a higher level. We don't reason. We don't reason. Small time, Allah. Small time, Allah. Small time, Allah. Who does that? No serious people who do that. Back to business. So, it was the weak ones, the poor, that were following him, the slaves. So it was the first group that followed him was the slaves. Secretly, they dare not to let their masters know. Secretly, it was slaves. Then the second one is the semi-slaves. Because there's 2 types of slaves in Arabian Peninsula. See, when the white man decided to free the blacks, the physical freedom, he did it completely, even though with struggles, but he did it completely. But Arabs, they don't free their slaves completely. You will be abd, that is a slave. If you are a man, a male, you will be abd. Abd is a slave. And then if you are a female, you are amatun, a slave. When they free you, they give you half freedom. Then they will change your name from abd. If you are a male, they will change your name from abd to Mawla. Anybody you see Mawla added to his name is a half freedom slave. That is why that same Mawla word has been corrupted into Hausa, and they will say Mawla. Mawla is beggars, the one that beg to eat. In Hausa, they call him Dam Mawla. The one that begs to eat, they call him the Mawla. It is corrupted Arabic. So when Arab man anytime Arab man want to free his slave or her slave, they free them half. They give them half freedom. Then you move from being abd to Mawla, half slave, half free. Mawla. So the full slave ones were the one following the Islamic teachings secretly. The Mawless, are also the second group that followed him when he was preaching Islam or when he was propagating Islam secretly. So all of them are nothing. They are low class people. That is why most of them were not original Arabs. Most of them were not original Arabs. Now, original Arabs that joined Islam later joined Islam for a reason, for personal interest. We will explain all this. We will explain all this. Some of them joined Islam later because of business interest. Some of them joined Islam later because Islam was gaining ground, so they can't have a stand, they can't have a position in the Arab community, but they can have a position in Islam, Islamic religion. Some of them joined Islam later to save their lives from dying because they will be killed. Because when Islam became stronger, it became a blood-sucking religion. Prophet Muhammad, or Muhammad in Mecca, the shadow figure Muhammad in Mecca was prophet. Muhammad in Medina was a warmonger, warlord. So two different personalities. When he was weak in Mecca, he was a prophet, he praised a lot. But when he moved to Mecca and became stronger and he has army around him, he became warlord. He became a warmonger. That is what it is. That's the reality. So he was told to propagate the religion. So in the 4th year of the beginning of Islamic message, he started to do the dawah physically. Now, when you pick this book I just showed to you, Ar-Rahiq al-Makhtoum, page 83, Marhalatu Thaniya, Ad-Dawatu Jiharan, it's the physical dawah. And he mentioned that a verse came commanding Prophet Muhammad to start the preaching, the dawah publicly. And the verse was in Quran chapter, Surah Al-Shu'ara, the poets, the chapter of the poet. And the verse says, وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ and anzir, warn, ashirataka, your kinsmen, al-aqrabina, the closest. Your kinsmen, the closest. Start to warn them. Now, the preaching has, or the propagating of Islam secretly has moved from the secrecy to the kinsmen, the closest kinsmen. This means that he's going to take the Islamic propagation to the clans. Banu Hashim will be the first because that is his clan. And the second closest clan to Banu Hashim is Banu Umayyah. And then Banu Adi, Banu Tamim, all these people. Then Banu Adi, Banu Tamim, all these people will be enjoyed because these are the clans. So he started giving the dawah. Now, in the same page 83, Ad-Dawatu fil Akrabin, he brought an issue of the invitation, the propagation to the kinsmen, the closest kinsmen of Prophet Muhammad. Now let's read. He says, Wada'a Rasulullah, the apostle of Allah, the deity Allah, the apostle of the deity Allah, Da'a Ashiratahu, he called his kinsmen, Bani Hashim, just like I told you, Bani Hashim, the clan of Hashim, that is his clan. He will start with them. After the verse, I wanted to make a comment on the verse, but wait, I don't want to do that because now listen. Okay, let's do it. Even though we'll get to the Quran, let's do it. The Quran chapter number 26 is the Shuara point, the point. It's the chapter of the point. Quran chapter number 26. If you have English Quran, pick it and check it out. Quran chapter number 26 is the chapter of the poet. Now this verse we just read, وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ, is verse 214. Now this chapter is a Meccan chapter. It was revealed in Mecca. But there's a The chapter was revealed in Mecca, but there are some verses in the chapter which are not Mecca verses, 4 verses, and they are not last verses. Those verses, those 4 verses that are not Mecca verses, meaning those verses were not revealed to Prophet Muhammad in Mecca. Pay attention to this. Surah Al-Shu'ara, the chapter of Quran, the chapter 26 of the Quran. Ash-Shu'ara means the poet. Sha'ir is one poet. Shu'ara is plural, poets. Now, Quran chapter number 26 was named after poets. This surah or this chapter is the same chapter that command Prophet Muhammad to invite and warn his kinsmen, the closest kinsmen. Now, the entire chapter is said to be a chapter of Mecca. The chapter was revealed in Mecca, but there is 4 verses in the chapter which are not Meccan chapter. Now, in Islamic religion, if a chapter or a verse is not a Mecca verse, if a verse was not revealed in Mecca, then the verse is a Madanite. In Quranic terms, then the verse is a Madanite, meaning the verse has been revealed in Medina. Now, the 4 verses in the chapter that are not are said not to be Mecca verses are Medina verses. At that time, Prophet never migrated to Medina, and those verses are not last verses of the Quran. If they were to be the last verses of the Quran, we would have said that he moved to Medina before those verses came. But those verses are somewhere in the middle of the chapter. So how come a verse in the middle or verses in the middle are not revealed in Mecca? They were revealed in Medina. Does it mean that when this chapter was revealed, Quran chapter number 26 was revealed, when it was revealing to Prophet of Islam, at some point he ran to Medina and received those 4 verses over there before coming back to receive the remaining portion of Quran chapter number 26? If this does not draw your attention, if this does not give you some questions about the Quran, it is your own case, because at that time he didn't migrate to Medina. This is the Quran you are saying is divine and nobody has tampered with. We are not even yet there, so I'm just giving a clue about this chapter, like the inconsistency that does not make sense. You talk, they say you are blasphemous, you should be killed. Now, so Adawat fil Akrabin. Now, because he was commanded and entreated to warn his closest kinsmen, he wanted to do that. So he says, Ashirat Bani, he called his kinsmen, the closest ones of Banu Hashim, Bada Nuzul Hazil Ayah. After this verse was revealed, Faja'u, and they came, Wa ma'ahum nafarum min Bani Muttalib bin Abdul Manaf, and some of Bani Abdul Muttalib also, Bani Muttalib also followed. They followed, they came. So it was Banu Hashim and some of Banu Muttalib. فَكَانُوا نَا وَخَمْسَةَ وَأَرْبَئِينَ رَجُلًا. There were 45 men that came. فَلَمَّا أَرَادَ أَن يَتَكَلَّمَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. When the apostle of the deity Allah wanted to talk, بَادَرَهُ أَبُو لَهَبٍ. Abu Lahab interrupted him. Abu Lahab interrupted him and said to him, وَقَالَ, and he said, هَؤُلَاءِ أُمُومَتُكَ وَبَنُو أَمِّكَ فَتَكَلَّمْ. These people are your kinsmen, these people are your uncles, and these people are the children of your uncles. Wada is Sabah. Stop trying to say something new, something that will not please us. Wa'lam, and know, and know indeed, laysa liqawmika bil arabi qatibatan taqa. Your people, nobody in Arab, nobody in the Arab land who can stand your people. The entire Arab peninsula, the desert village Arab, they can't stand your people. Wa ana ahakku min akhzik, and I am the best person to defend you. Now it's like Abu Lahab, his real name is there. I'll tell you his real name. It was because of him standing against the propagating of Islam, and Allah, the God of Quran, the God of Muhammad, called him Abu Lahab, the father of flaming fire. Allah picking a beef with human being and giving him a name, tarnishing his image, labeling him Allah. Fahasbuka Banu Abik, he says, don't worry, we are enough. The children of your father, the children of your uncles, we are there for you. Wa in akamta ala ma anta alayhi fa huwa aysar alayhim min an yatubba bika butunu Quraysh. If you stayed calm with us, that one will be better for you than to say you will bring something new that will let all the leaders of Quraysh to come after you. Watamudduhum al-Arab, and the Arabs will support them against you. فَمَا رَأَيْتَ أَحَدًا جَاءَ عَلَى بَنِي أَبِيهِ بَشَرٌ مِمَّا جِئْتَ بِهِ. Nobody has brought to his people what you brought to them. So clearly Abu Lahab knows very well what is happening in secret, but they decided not to talk. فَسَكَتَ Rasulullah, and the apostle of the deity Allah remained mute. He never said anything. وَلَمْ يَتَكَلَّمْ فِي ذَلِكَ الْمَجْلِسِ, he did not say anything at that meeting. And then he called them the second time. After the first meeting, it's clearly that Abu Lahab was an uncle to him. Abu Jahl has jeopardized the meeting. He has just spoiled the plan. And then Muhammad called them the second time. He called his kinsmen the second time. Now when they came, this is what Muhammad said. Listen. He says, Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah. Ahmaduhu, I'm praising him, wasta'inuhu, and I'm asking him for support. Wa uminu bihi, and I believe in him. Wa tawakkal alayhi, and upon him I depend. Muhammad speaking. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, and I bear witness that there is no any deity except Allah. So Allah is a deity. There is no any other deity except the deity Allah. That is the meaning of la ilaha illallah. Wadahu, he alone. La sharika lahu, he has no companion. He has no equal. Subhaqala, and then he says, Muhammad speaking, Inna ra'ida, he says, a leader la yukadhib ahlahu, does not lie to his people. A leader does not lie to his people. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha illahu, I swear by Allah that there is no any deity apart from him. Inni Rasulullah ilaykum khasa, I am a prophet to you khasa. I am a prophet, a messenger to you, and I am a mystery to you khasa, specifically, alone. Wa ila nasi ama, and to the whole people exclusively. I am mystery of Allah to you exclusively, and I am also a mystery of Allah to the whole people inclusively. So special prophet to the Arabs and also prophet to the world. This is two different things. Being a special messenger to someone means you have a special message to him, and then you have a public message. Does it mean that the Islam of Arabs is different from the Islam of Africans? Is that what it means? You know, you don't pay attention to these things because your malams don't read. Now, it says, Wallahi la tamutunna kama tanamun. You die the way you go to sleep. وَلَتُبْعَثُنَّ كَمَا تَسْتَيْقِظُونَ, and you will be resurrected the way you wake up from sleep. وَلَتُحَاسِبُنَّ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ, and then you will be judged according to your deeds. وَإِنَّهَا الْجَنَّةِ abadan, it is either you go to heaven abadan, forever, awinari abadan, or you go to hell forever. And then he said this. When he said this, qala Abu Talib, Abu Talib said, ahabu ilayna mu'awanatik, we would love to support you, wa aqbalna linasihatik, and we came here to listen to your advice, wa ashaddu tasdiqan li hadithik, and we are listening to you, we want to follow you. Wa haula ibanu abika mujtama'un, these are people that your kinsmen from your paternal angle, they are all here. Wa innama ana ahdum, I am just one of them. Ghayra anni asrahum ila ma tuhib, just that I am the first person to support what you want. Famdi lima umirta bihi, do what you are being asked to do. Fawallahi, I swear by Allah, Abu Talib was not a Muslim. He is swearing by Allah. Prophet Muhammad is also saying he was sent by Allah. A kafiri who is an idol worshipper is swearing by Allah. Prophet is also saying he was sent by Allah. The Allah that Abu Talib, who is not a Muslim, is swearing with, is he the same Allah that sent Muhammad? Is he the same Allah? You see the problem? Now, he says, for Wallahi, and I swear by Allah. So Allah is Arabian's deity. La azalu ahutuka wa amnauk. I'll support you and I'll defend you. Gaira anna nafsi la tutawini ala firak din Abdul Muttalib. Even though I don't want to leave the religion of Abdul Muttalib, your grandfather, the idol worshipping. So the Allah that Abu Talib, the idol worshipper, swear with is the idol Allah. Is it the same Allah that sent Muhammad? Because he confirmed that I don't want to leave Deen Abdul Muttalib, the religion of Abdul Muttalib, who was an idol worshipper. Faqala Abu Lab. There, and Abu Lab said, Abdul Uzza, that is his name. But because Allah had problem with him, Allah labeled him. Hazihi wallahi sawa. He says, this is an insult. Abu Lahab said this is an insult. Khudhu ala yadayhi qabla an yakhudha ghayrakum. Stop Muhammad from these silly talks before he wins the soul of others. Faqala Abu Talib. And Abu Talib says, Wallahi lanamna'u ma baqayna. We swear by Allah. Abu Talib, who is an idol worshipper, is swearing by Allah again. The question still remains. The Allah that sent Prophet Muhammad, was he the same Allah that Abu Talib, the idol worshipper, swearing with? He says, I swear by Allah, we're going to protect Muhammad as far as we remain alive. Now, the kinsmen, the people, the first person that stood by Muhammad in this meeting was someone from his house, Banu Hashim. In fact, one of his uncles, Abu Talib, the father of Ali. So he defended him here. Now, did he defend him because of Islam being true? No. Because he didn't even accept Islam. The man died as an idol worshipper. Abu Talib didn't accept Islam. Did he support him because he believed in what Muhammad brought? No. The man supported Muhammad because of one thing. So, meet me in the next video as I take you through still the message of Islam being published in Arabian Peninsula, Makkah. Makkah is even a lie. In the 7th century, there is no country, there is no place, there is no a town called Makkah. Islam is a lie. We have another episode for you, which is the secret of Islam. That one is going to be more hot. As at the 7th century, there is no town called Makkah. So the name is even fabricated. Thank you very much. This video is somehow long. Meet me in the next one. Bye-bye.